Good morning, good morning, good morning. Imagine Jamie asking, are you still an Auburn fan when someone walks in the door? But anyway, I'm sure they'll talk about a little bit of football coming up this morning, but 51 degrees out there. Grab a light jacket. Kind of chilly out there, but things will warm up. You better enjoy this week. Next week is horrible.
Let me go out on record right now as being a supporter of Coach Gene Chizik to stay on at Auburn. I mean, the guy's done a good job. So I hope he stays down there. Anyway, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. This is, as you know, Athens in the AM, as Gloria tells you, on an absolutely glorious Wednesday morning edition. Joining me today, Tom McAllister, Roy in here every other week. Seth fills in every week. Does a good job, too, Roy.
Yes, he does.
You saw what we did last week, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
When we walked all around the neighborhood, Tom, Frank joined in. We figured we might well just exercise while we're in here working out. Work out while we're talking a little bit.
Great plan.
Did you prove that 25% off?
What 25%?
Oh, yeah, we forgot to tell you something, Roy. Tom, you going down to Auburn game this weekend?
I sure am.
Yeah. Well, have fun.
I'm gonna have fun.
Hey, don't forget, as Tom just mentioned to Roy, it's 15% off today.
That's right.
We're still doing that, ain't we?
That's right.
Every Wednesday down at Herbs and More. If you just simply tell them something about the program today. Brad Canutt will join us in just a little bit in here, getting ready for the big election coming up 2 weeks from yesterday. So we'll talk more about that. Right now, as far as I know, the numbers presidential-wise are about even. Romney's slightly ahead. Yeah. So we'll see how that comes. I never thought he'd get this far in there with this kind of numbers. But, hey, Obama keeps screwing up. Hopefully, man. I love to wake up 2 weeks from today knowing that all the Republicans won except for one. There's a Democrat running in Madison County. Jeff Cooper for District 3 Commissioner is by far, I've known him longer than anybody. He's the best person for that job. Jeff Cooper, County Commissioner, District 3.
Shameless plugs.
What's right?
He's running radio spots a bunch.
Is he?
Been hearing them,
Well, yeah. Why ain't he spending no money on TV?
I don't know.
Dang.
I thought you had an in on that.
Yeah, evidently not. But anyway.
Jamie, he's known you his whole life.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's right. He's known me all his life, too. Reason he's probably spending no money with me. He's smarter than I am. But anyway, let's get to the weather right now. Picture perfect until this weekend. And then it's all football all day long, ain't it?
Well, there you have the forecast. Nothing to worry about, nothing to talk about. It's just going to be another beautiful day today, much like it was yesterday. 51 degrees out there already. But you know what? We're going to see some sunshine with high temperatures around 79. Your low tonight of 52. Tomorrow, 78 for your high, 57 for your low. Really a lot to talk about other than Saturday. Saturday, we do have 20% chance of rain. It looks like we will see some showers. Along with the showers comes a cold front. Look at the lows for next week. So better enjoy this week. And of
probably
course,
gonna
Friday
snow.
night. No, it's not going to snow, but it is going to be cold. So. Oh.
Well, anyway, that's the way it goes. Don't forget Homecoming Parade in Athens coming up Friday.
Oh, we have to judge that.
We're judging
the float.
The float.
At 2 o'clock.
Floats. There's more. If there was just one float, we wouldn't be judging.
Judge our float. So.
Well, what's there to judge if there's only one?
Well, I guess you wanted hers to win.
We're going to judge the tents too that's down there.
So we'll be judging the float.
I guess I need to make sure I vote on hers.
Roy, how are you, man?
Wonderful. How about you?
Yeah. So, what is your prediction 2 weeks from today?
Oh, Romney's going to win the landslide. It's not even going to be.
You honestly think you're the second or third person I've heard say that?
Yeah, you and Donnie.
Why are you saying that?
Well, America's not that stupid. Period.
Really?
I don't know. Did you look like 4 years ago?
Yeah, but I mean, 4 years ago, hope and change sounded good. And
now we're hoping for a change.
That's right. Now we're hoping for a change. But listen, it's real simple for everybody, and I love it because Ronald Reagan made the point. Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? I'm telling you, most of the people are not. Too much unemployment, too much going down the tubes.
You see that same thing, Tom?
Yeah. I think it'll be like a Reagan landslide.
I do too.
I hope so, man. Woo. God, I remember back when Bush beat Gore that time, we were all in Florence and we were on the, can you believe what's happening? We were back and forth every day, you know. That drug out for what, a month, didn't it? Or was it 2 weeks?
It was a long time.
How long did that drag out?
It was months.
Was it?
It was crazy.
The hanging Chad?
Yeah.
You know.
I hope it's not that close to where there's a
Speaking of controversy, don't forget coming up tonight again, I will replay one more time the Athens City Council meeting from Monday night on the tax vote. It was the biggest crowd, one of the biggest crowds I guess Tom they'd ever had. The City Council meeting had over 100 people there. We will run that again tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. Now, if you didn't see it last night, it starts out with the interview with Jimmy Gill, City Council President, up here on the set yesterday morning, and then we go into how it went. It showed all the 20 people speaking before the council. Doesn't show most of them's entire interview. I didn't have time for that. But from my perspective, it's just the way I shot it. And I thought it was pretty good. So last night, 6 to 7, y'all watch again to see how, and the tax goes into effect on January 1st. Matter of fact, there's some Facebook.
A lot of people have asked basically where we stand on that. Do we support it? I mean, obviously, when someone says we're going to have a tax, no, we don't want. None of us are for taxes, but they know the budget. There's a voting process. All you people that want to complain on a daily basis, run for office, so you have a chance to be.
Well, they've been looking at this for a long time. It wasn't just a 1-2 week deal. But I also say that too. I'm not for tax increases because I've had some people call me thought I was for the increase.
Well, but we need it.
I know, but it was already set to where they're looking at to take care of the sanitation, the police cars, and all the trucks on the road and everything.
Granted, I can't stop
One lady got up and complained. She said, I can't believe they're going to spend all this money on these new parks for softball and stuff like that. Do you realize how many people come into Athens to spend the night or the weekend when there's a big tournament? That's what they're doing this for, is to get all these, like traveling teams, like a Jeff Matthews softball team comes in to play a weekend or something like that.
Head in beds.
That's right. As Jeanette was saying, heads in beds. And even Decatur, Roy, they don't have enough hotel rooms. So when they have something big, people have to come to Athens to stay.
Cut the stinking budget. Quit raising taxes.
I knew you'd say that.
You're out in the county.
But you know what I don't want everyone to do is boycott the local businesses.
Yeah, that's
it's
what
not their
we'll
fault.
drive to Madison.
We're not raising our prices.
It's going to cost you more to drive to Madison than gas it is to shop here. By the way, I noticed gas went down again. It's supposed to drop 50 cents a gallon.
Well, it needs to drop.
So you are predicting, you honestly think Romney, I saw Bill O'Reilly said the night before the debate, and Gloria and I were watching, he said, of course I was up till 9 o'clock at night, that's unusual, but he said if Romney does well tonight, wins the debate, he'll win the presidency. Of course, I don't know. I think he won it, but then again, I'm a Republican.
If you look at the electoral votes, it'll be close because it all boils down to 1 or 2 states as far as electoral votes go. But if you look at the overall nationwide votes, it'll be a landslide. So,
but you got to have the electoral to win.
Well, I understand, and that's to me is crazy. Why do we, as a nation, depend on California and Ohio to make the decision?
Right, because our vote don't count here in Alabama.
Crazy, yeah.
It doesn't count.
I understand. And I'm not against the electoral vote. I understand why they set it up, and it does make sense. But what you got to do now is look at, are we going to allow California, New York, and Florida to control the whole country?
While we're on the election, let's talk a little bit about something. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I was listening to Bill Bennett coming in this morning, and they had a guy in Cleveland that's talking about 4 years ago, there wasn't any McCain signs at all.
Right.
And this year is Romney everywhere. So he's predicting that Ohio will come through with Romney.
I hope so. Anyway, talking about this is all. I saw this on 48 this morning too. Irene the mule, don't use the R word. Yeah, Birmingham. Irene likes to be a lady, but one word with earshot Republican sets her off. Her ears fall, her big head drops, her tail starts a wagging, and she loses complete control. She comes out with a hee-haw. This is the official donkey of the Democratic Party. She's a donkey, but not just any jackass. She's the official Democratic donkey. And they had her on this morning. But speaking of real jackasses, Roy, I don't mean to bring up a bad situation with you, but this guy's from Tennessee. This guy's from Tennessee. Says the worst candidate, Tennessee Democrats may have hit rock friggin' bottom. Now this guy's running for Senate. Let me tell you. The Democratic nominee for the U.S. Senate in Tennessee has no campaign headquarters, a fundraising drive that is stuck at $278, 1 yard sign, and not a yard, just one sign, period, that's in the back of his truck. He's running for state senator, not state senator, U.S. senator in the state that he said Jesus did not have a campaign staff and had the most successful campaign in human history. He's running against Republican Senator Bob Corker, who has been in there for a period and done a super job. This guy is 36, part-time flooring installer. And right now they're saying he's living the personification of basically rock bottom. He also ran in 2008. They're saying here this guy is so bad. Most Tennessee Democrats are hoping that this really is the bottom. They're trying to figure out a screening test that will keep people like Clayton off the Democratic ballot in the future. Nobody would run. He was in first place with 48,000 votes and spent, Brad, you'll get a kick out of this, he only spent $65 to get them because the woman they wanted to get it got sick. He spent $65. Now, he ain't talking about state senator. We're talking about U.S. senator.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I spent more than that on business cards first 5 minutes I was running for probate judge.
For 1 week.
But I mean, this guy here is just, you know,
Loser. Loser.
On Facebook, he's got 382 likes.
Oh, that's it? And he's running
got
for
more than
Senate?
Yeah. He's running for, U.S. Senate. Now, that's the kind of campaign I want to run against somebody like that.
That's bad.
Yeah.
All right, Roy, while we're on the subject of politics here, what do you think about Roy Moore?
Well, I've always liked Roy Moore.
Well, I voted for him. I didn't think he'd win, but I voted for him.
I like his stance. I like the fact that he's not ashamed to say he's a Christian, and we're asked to be open about that. And I think he's got a bad rap most of his life, but most good Christian men are persecuted.
All right, let's move on to something else. This in USA Today. It's more a little
See what I
tidbit.
like? I just got a text from someone saying, I guess you don't want Democrats to watch your show or use your services.
My brother's running as a Democrat.
Freedom of speech. Grow up.
Hey,
Act like an
I'm just
adult.
saying.
Roy doesn't have all the same views as us, and
Yeah.
we're all friends,
Well, I
so
kinda agree
deal
with
with
Roy.
it. Not on everything.
Not on everything. I'm for the tax hike. Yeah, bottom line, people want to know, I don't care.
If you want to
We
watch,
need
just
it.
watch. If you don't,
If Jimmy
don't.
Gill and Ronnie Marks and the city council says we need it, we need it.
Well, I need it. Give me the money.
But they ain't had a tax, Roy, increase since 1975.
Good. That's smart. That's why we're growing, and we got
Don't
some great
forget,
place to
tonight
live.
you can see it again exclusively on ZTV 11 from 6 to 7. Last time I run it tonight. I told y'all yesterday gas prices are going down by 50 cents. It's on USA Today. They got a survey says, do you always fill up your entire gas tank in your car? 60%
Yes.
said yes, 40% said no. Well, if I'm at a gas station, of course, I drive a real economy vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
If I put a couple dollars on, that'd get me about a half a gallon. I wouldn't be able to drive from Jiffy to here. So I always fill it up.
Yeah.
I mean-
Always. If I'm going to stop, I'm going to fill it up.
Well, yeah, why not? I mean, it costs
some
me
people
about
obviously
$80
can't, so
if
they
I'm
don't.
dead empty.
But I remember when I was poor enough that I couldn't fill it up. So, I mean, I
Well, gas
understand.
was 30 cents a gallon then, Roy.
I know, and I was real poor.
You was real poor.
I was real poor.
He'd sold some Coke bottles to get that money.
That's right.
Did what you had to
Or
do.
beer cans, whatever.
All right, let me do a Dear Jamie. I saved this from yesterday. We had a
boy.
kid in the studio. Now I just got preacher, so it won't really matter.
Oh, wait, speaking of kids, let's show that picture of Freddie. He was so cute yesterday. And he got
yeah,
up here. He
it-
didn't get on TV. He was
Oh,
with
now
the
he'll be the envy of his
other-
class.
He's
Yeah.
darling.
Yeah.
Look at him right there. Yeah, there he
Nice
was.
to meet you, Freddie.
Yeah, we had all those guys.
And also, you met Dennis Black's
Dennis
parents.
Black's mom and daddy. Daddy'd be turning 90. Dennis Black
Yeah,
and Prince.
there
Me
he
and Dennis, that's me in the middle. I'm down the Limestone Road. Talked to Heath down that way the other day, too. But that's, that Dennis, I'm going to tell off on Dennis. Me and Dennis went to college together. I've known him longer than I have anybody in Limestone County, even you, Roy. Back in 1970, golly, what year was it? I had an earring and everything. 72? Yeah, 1972. That's how I met Dennis. But Dennis lives next door to his mom and dad. Tom Bay got insurance with you.
He's so lucky.
Let me
His
tell you.
mother cooks for him every
Dennis
day.
eats breakfast with his mama and daddy every day.
Lucky.
Can you believe that?
Lucky,
good.
lucky, lucky.
When my parents were alive, they wouldn't let me eat with them.
Yes, they would.
Was it right ear or left ear?
Huh?
Right ear or left ear?
And it hurt too,
I
man.
mean, left is right.
Well, this was 1972. I don't guess it mattered. Yeah, back then it didn't matter. There wasn't many
matter.
people with an earring back in you back in
No,
the
there
day.
wasn't.
I get that. And hair down to right here. All right. Dear Jamie, I want to write an open letter to my wife. She listens to you and watches you a lot. There's absolutely no doubt that our relationship is based on love. You are the best wifest and mother that I could ever hope for. Your love and companionship is a blessing to me.
Careful, you're on
We have made a
eggs
wonderful
this
life
morning.
together, and I just hope to goodness we grow old together. Why am I writing then? Because the only thing missing from our life is intimacy,
Oh, that's a
sexual
problem.
contact. I don't know why, maybe the hectic pace for life, but a year ago you quit making
A
love.
year ago?
You quit eating crackers with me or being responsive to my attempts. I've taken you to dinner, movies, made special time alone, talked to you, done everything. I tried to initiate intimacy. You turned me down. I always feel like some kind of pervert afterwards. I lay in bed frustrated and resentful. But the rest of our relation causes me just lump it. You know, what do they call it, leave it or lump it? I understand that something
Never
has
heard that.
robbed you of your desire, but mine is still there. For some reason, I found someone else to have love with.
Well, yeah, the year
I
without.
know you'd be hurt to find out, but it's made our relationship stable. I no longer dream about leaving you. I'm going to stay. I simply have a basic need that's getting fulfilled. If things change at home, I will leave the other woman for good and never look back at her. She's not a replacement, but she's just, you know, fills a need of mine. And, you know, I ain't told
He
you
wrote
yet.
his wife a letter?
No, he's writing it to me to where I'm going to tell him because he's watching this morning. Tell her. She's watching this morning. So my advice is, hey, buddy, keep on going. You get caught, you're going to lose everything you got, but that's okay. I'm just giving you a little bit of advice right there. I ain't much of a solution, but
No.
I got something I need to tell you.
I have a letter I need to give you.
Listen, if y'all got a personal problem out there, you just simply want to ask me a personal question about
Why would they
my
ask
life,
you?
countryrover@gmail.com. Or if
People
you need
ask
to get
enough
in sales
personal
or something, you
questions.
want to send me some business, which I'm
Yeah.
going to talk to y'all all about here before long. Country Rover at, Brad, you got that? People may not be able to hear me quite well. It's one, if they can see it, it might be a better visual for them. Country Rover, that's my new email address, just mine personally. She won't ever have anything to do with it unless I don't know how to open it up or don't know how to send it back to you. I'm learning, Roy.
All right.
countryrover@gmail.com.
He's a slow learner.
We're going to take a break. I'm going to come back and do a little news in just a moment. Y'all hang on.